It was quite a few lessons ago when we first explored some of the sorting and filtering options in Microsoft Access 2007. It was while we were working with tables. Well, now that we're working in forms, the same sorting and filtering options available in Access apply here. So that's what we're going to do. First thing you need to do, though, is open up Acme 2007F from the Lesson 7 folder of your exercise files. This is an updated database with some additional records that'll help us as we go through some sorting and filtering options now. I've double-clicked the Customers form to open it up, and you can see by the very bottom of my form here, I'm at record 1 of 6. This is the first record that went in to my database. Now, the order that the records appear are simply chronological. As they get entered, that's the order that they appear. Now, if we want to change that order up, you'll notice that up here on the ribbon, we've got a sort and filter section, just like we did when we were working with tables. And the same thing applies here as we work with forms. So if I want to sort, for example, by state, I could come in here to the state field, and I'm going to choose either ascending or descending. I'm going to choose ascending. All right, so here we are at record 1 as I move through. You can see the next one is Oregon, O-R. As we move through to the next one, there's a P, another PA, and then we end up with Wisconsin. So we've sorted alphabetically on the state because we clicked in the field first and then applied the sort button. Now if we were to click the descending order, you can see now that record 1 is actually this one, Claire Lucille from Wisconsin. And as I move through the different records, they're now sorted in descending order by the state. So that can be handy. Now, even handier might be the ability to focus in on a specific group of record, and that's filtering. Now, before we start filtering, let's look at this last button down here, clear all sorts, and return to our original state, which is a chronological order. We just click this button at the very bottom. Now, let's say we want to focus in on just those records or just those customers who live in the state of Pennsylvania. Well, again, I would go to the state field, and then come up to my filter button. You'll notice right away, because I've clicked in the state field, all of my states appear here. So any customer who has information in the state field is either going to be California, Oregon, Pennsylvania, or Wisconsin. So I can choose the states that I want to view. Now, the Select All checkbox, by clicking it, deselects all. So I'm going to deselect all and just select PA. You can see down at the bottom, I'm at record 1 of only 3 now, so the number of records just got cut in half. And as I move through those records, you'll see that each one of them belongs to the state of Pennsylvania. All right, you'll also notice up here in the Sort and Filter section that the Toggle Filter button has now been highlighted. That means we can turn off the filter. By clicking it, we're back to 6 records now. And if we want to quickly go back, we click the Toggle Filter button. You can see that filtered now appears down here on my status bar, and I'm back to those 3 records for the state of Pennsylvania. So I'm going to turn that off and look at some other options. Again, I'm going to click in the state field, and you'll notice that there's a selection button and an advanced button. I'm going to click on selection. Here's where we get to choose equals, does not equal, contains, or does not contain. In this case, CA, because I clicked in the state field in my particular record where the state equals CA. So if I want to see everyone who's not in the state of California, I would choose does not equal CA. So you can see that's 5 of my 6 records down below. Again, the Toggle Filter button is highlighted, so I can turn off that filter and go back to it with the same click at any time. All right, let's go into the state field again. We'll go to our selection and say equals CA. As soon as I click that, you can see there's only one customer in the state of California. And we'll turn that off. Now if I move to another record where I've got the state equaling PA and click in there, now when I go to my selection button, you can see it's equals PA, does not equal PA, etc. So if I want to see everyone who's not in the state of Pennsylvania, I can click here. 3 of them are not. There's one in California, Oregon, and Wisconsin. I'll toggle that off. And we're back to our original set of records. Now let's go to the advanced. Now I'm going to click on advanced right now. You can see I can clear all filters. I can filter by form. This is interesting. I can apply a filter / sort that I've selected. And then I've also got an advanced option down here. I'm going to go up to filter by form. Now it kind of looks funny here because you can see the last thing I did was not equal to PA, and that shows up here. I've got a drop down now in the state field. where I can choose different states. Okay, so there it is. If I toggle the filter, you can see there's only one in the state of Wisconsin. That's another way to do it. I'm going to turn that off. Let's go back now to the Advanced button and filter by form. I'm going to click on this drop down here and choose PA, but then I'm going to take it a step further. I want the city of Manotick, so I can actually type in an M as in Manotick. Automatically that shows up. I could have went to the drop down to see a list of all the different cities that my existing customer list live in. So I'm going to use Manotick. I'm going to toggle that. You can see there's 2 in Manotick, PA. And I can sort through. So it just narrows down the field. So if I need to work on a specific group of records, I can quickly filter down to that group of records and at any time return back to the full list. So keep in mind the toggle filter button will take you back to your previous filter at any time. And if you want to change it up, you've got the filter option, you've got the selection button, and of course using advanced you can filter by form. I'm going to turn that off, return to my original list, and that covers sorting and filtering.